Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
With all the arm pumping I'm about to be doing tonight, you can probably line me up 30 slow lawnmowers. I'll start every one of them.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
He said, she bit my head off. He said, I won't say nothing like that no more. He said, that's nothing basketball fans. He said, they're serious about their basketball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are. You
So
know
that's
it.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
That's the weekend. That's just the weekend.
Well, here, dude, fans, I got something for you, dude. Fans,
Yeah, right there.
There you go, dude.
Get some
There you
back.
go,
Get
dude.
some, get that right there.
Audio Jungle.
Yeah.
Yes,
Go,
sir.
big, good. Go.
Pronounce that name for us, Brent.
I can't. That's why. That's why I ain't going to. I'll have to.
Playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Wildcat Den. The Wildcat Den is open, guys. Pull up a chair, sit with us a while in the den. We got a lot to talk about tonight. What's up, Zach and Rusty? How you all doing?
Go ahead, Zach.
Buddy, doing good. Sitting there multitasking on the podcast, watching a little Kentucky basketball. Hey, it's Good Friday night.
Huh. I'm still blacked out. Looks like we're going to have Stoops for about another 7 or 8 years. Mitch ain't going to retire for another, what'd you say, Brent? 3 or 4 years.
About 2 years, what I heard last.
Hopefully
right.
Noah gets healthy again. And I get unblacked out. The snow melted. It's supposed to be nice. I'm going to have some tailgate food tomorrow. But I got to get the leaves in first, though, and help Hunter with his blow-ups. And then I'll be ready to rock and roll.
Got to get the leaves.
Yeah, I got them all once, and it looks worse now than it did.
Well, that sounds good, Rustin. That sounds good. Well, guys, we got Eastern Illinois. We got Kentucky taking on Eastern Illinois. We got Eastern Illinois taking on our Wildcats. What's that score is that? Because I cannot get it. I've got I got TV, but I cannot get that game for some reason.
53-21, Kentucky. 17-14 to go in the second half.
How we look? I haven't got to
Well,
watch
with that being
that.
said,
Pretty good.
Looking good. Hey, our Harlan County boy Trent Noah's got 8 points. Hit 2 big threes in the first half.
He's back in, huh?
Back in. I think he played 11 minutes and went 3 of 5. Him and Malachi Moreno's been the spark. I think both of them had I think they combined 6 of 10 shooting. Both played over 10 minutes. Hey, we had a really good first half.
Now, last year, Ortega wasn't scoring about 15, 20 points, we'd lose. That's about how it was, wasn't it, Brent?
Yeah. Yeah. Ortega, that since we're talking about basketball, before we get on football right here, guys, I hated it. If you all got to watch it, guys, if y'all got to watch it, hey, let me tell you, I hated this. But Kentucky, Kentucky loses. They lose Tuesday. We lost Tuesday. I hated that, guys. But
Hey, touch on
it
that.
is what it is.
I don't remember who was saying it, but they was saying every year they'll put Kentucky and Louisville in the same bracket in the tournament. I want them in the opposite corners where they can meet in the championship. You know what I mean? They put them where, I mean, the Final Four at best, but usually they meet earlier than that. I'd like to get that rematch in the championship game.
Yeah,
I tell you what, I know it's bad anytime we lose to Louisville, but at the same time, you know, we got down by 17 in the first half, cut it to 5. We got down by 20. I think it was 20 or 22 in the second half, and cut it down to 6. So we had multiple opportunities to win that game, but I love the fight. I mean, we could have ended up losing by 30.
That's what I was ready to say.
But some possessions we looked like we was, I mean, top tier team. In other possessions in that game, we looked like we couldn't compete with a grade school. And I tell you what, that Michael Brown, that fresh point guard, he is the real deal. He is good off the ball. And I'm gonna tell you, that guy can shoot. As soon as he comes across half court, you better guard him. He's automatic when he lines up.
Yeah, and like you was saying, the fight, Zach. That's what I noticed too, because with 4 minutes left to go in that game, we was only down by 4 points. We was down by 4 points, and I mean, and the fight was there. I mean, and I liked it. They never gave up. And after the game, and I know I had mentioned to you all, I had never seen them beat. I mean, everybody thought, oh, I said, guys, it's just 3 games. You know, some people I talked to, I said, listen, it's just 3 games into the season. That's a long season. We're gonna be fine. They'll fix it. And I think I told you all that.
Me and you was talking there at church, or we was talking to the church there last night, Brent, about it. I would rather go ahead and get an early season loss out and us be like meet them again in the tournament and look what happens, you know.
Yes.
And you know, when they hired Pope, that's what he said. He said, I'm going to schedule the best schedule in America to make our guys tougher come March. And he's doing it.
Yes. And yes, I think he is too. And they'll get it figured. But now, I don't know if y'all heard this or not, but I saw something where something happened in the locker room before that game. I guess emotions between players, maybe. I don't know. I'm guessing. Did you all hear that? Did you all see Pope's interview? You didn't hear that?
I really couldn't make out what he was talking about. It had me kind of confused.
I couldn't either. He did like it. Kind of like he didn't want. Yeah, he had made. It's like he didn't want to say. I mean, it's like he wasn't saying nothing. And
he acted like it was personal issues going on, and then he tried to cover it up, and then he come back to it, and it just had me like lost.
True.
I didn't make it 20 foot out of my car that morning. I heard old Rick. Pope's too soft on them boys. He's going to have to come down on them with an iron hammer. He's too soft. He just lets them do what they want to do. And they get in there. He was going, I mean, all the way across the park. I wasn't even daylight yet.
You know what?
You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine.
I'll tell you what, I'm the only thing that concerns me right now, this early in the season, is I know like all the years we had Calipari, he would start out, you know, we'll say 10, 12 deep. You know, as the season progressed, he cut it down to 10. Then he cut it down to 8-7. Does Pope do the same thing this year? Because I'm telling you, we've probably got one of the deepest rosters in America, if not the deepest.
Problem with Cal was all the ones he'd cut and put on the bench be better than the ones he leave on the floor.
Yes, I said that for years.
Well, Travis Ford, I seen something. I don't know if it's true or not. Came out. He just basically said that we need to find our identity. We need to know who's our 3-point sharpshooter. We need to know who's the alpha dog on defense. We just needed to know each other's role. And once we figure that out, we're going to be on point.
And listen, Aberdeen had a great game. I mean,
Oh yeah,
Aberdeen, he had what was it, 26 points? I mean, he was
26 points and 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists.
now. I don't know if you all looked at the stats, Zach, too. I don't know if you, but the stats was there. There wasn't that. The only difference that I saw was the turnover assist ratio, maybe, and then the 31 free throws that they took. They had 31 free throws, and then the assists, they had more assists, and then, the turnovers too. To me, the turnovers was costly early, but like you said earlier in here in the show, and like I said, they fought back. They fought back within 4 points with 4 minutes to go. But that assist ratio and the turnover and the 31 free throws that they shot, that to me that was, maybe the
How's Garrison looking? Because last year to me, he's got the size and he shows flashes, but he was a little underwhelming to me last year.
Well, I'll tell you, me and Brent talked about this yesterday, and the Louisville game, he was as soft as a pillow. And I mean, they manhandled him, pushed him all over that block. He couldn't do nothing. The little Michael Brown, who's 6'1" at the most, he just kept driving it right into his stomach. And every time he did, instead of like just bringing his hand down trying to block it, he was standing straight up, and he was just getting M1 and M1 constantly. But now I get they're playing Eastern Illinois tonight, but he scored the first 6 or 8 points of the game. I mean, he was a totally different player. But competition wise, Eastern Illinois and Louisville, I mean,
yeah. They said that coach for Louisville broke his finger celebrating that win. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
I seen something, yeah.
I guess the assistant coaches was running after him, and he was trying to get away from him or something.
What Brent was talking about, the big difference in that game was the first 10 minutes overall, and you could honestly tell the environment, it had Kentucky on their heels, but Louisville's defense forced 5 turnovers in the first 4 minutes, and I think by the 8-minute mark we had 10. And by that time, when we was turning it over, Louisville had 3 rushing down the court. I mean, just a Hail Mary play every time. And they had to beat 3-on-2, but they wouldn't drive it. They just pull up and jack up another 3, and they were hitting like crazy. And that's really what Doom does. That's what got us down so bad.
Yeah.
That's why I
like
like
the transition defense, right?
Our transition defense was, I mean, it was awful. The last probably 8 to 10 minutes in that game, we slowed the pace down so much. But by that time, you're already in such a big hole.
You're right.
It's about impossible to dig out of it.
Yeah, that transition. Yeah.
That's right, Rusty. You got to, and it was just like Zach said. It was just, I noticed it too. And then,
you got to be able to slow the ball down.
Yeah,
you got to do something.
And the guys, Zach, Rusty, I don't know if you've heard, but Lowe has re-hurt his shoulder in practice.
Yeah, and it's not good news neither. I seen another
not
report
looking
come out
good.
today. No.
Did you see I saw something a couple hours ago, and correct me if I'm wrong. Possible. Now they didn't say, but they said possibly surgery, maybe if it goes that route, and if it does, I don't look for him to be back.
No, the one that I seen, it showed that it was a lot worse than what they was expecting, and worst case scenario, it's season-ending surgery.
That's the last thing I heard too.
What's the big? Don't we got a big guy from where Big Z was from, Croatia?
Oh yeah, Yelovich.
How's he doing?
He's doing pretty good. I think a minute ago he hit another 3. He's playing good on defense too, rebounding the ball. He's doing pretty good.
That's what we need: some rebounders and defense.
There's another turnover. And another thing, Brent, what got us back into that game Tuesday night was Cam Williams. Nobody gives him enough credit.
But, Cam Williams need to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know he only had 5 points.
Right.
Yeah, he only had 5 points, but the energy he brought off that bench, because he didn't play none the first half. He didn't come into with probably 9 or 10 minutes to go in the second half. Hits a big 3, gets that putback. Yeah, gets that putback dunk, and his energy on defense. I mean, he was known as a shooter, but he stepped up as a defender Tuesday night.
He stepped up. Yes, he did.
Well, Brent, you think we should thank our sponsor?
Yes. Guys, we want to thank our sponsor, Overbay Enterprises, guys. Overbay Enterprises. They do
House
ditch
seats,
drain work.
driveways. They do it all.
Travels.
Southwest Virginia, Eastern Kentucky, and Eastern Tennessee.
Yes. Guys, give Overbay Enterprises a call. Like I said, they do good work. They do about anything, like Rusty said. And we want to thank Overbay Enterprises for sponsoring the Wildcat Den. Rusty, Zach, what are you thinking about? I know college football playoffs rankings came out. You guys want to go over them right quick? See what we got, see what we can discuss here.
Let's do it.
And help me and make sure, again, guys, there's so many of these out here. Make sure I got the right ones, what we discussed. Would that be them?
I think so. I think that's them.
Yeah, the one I seen earlier had Oklahoma and BYU at 11 and 12, and they were just on the outside looking in. So yeah, that's it. That's right.
Okay, that's it right there. Okay, guys, this is the college football rankings. Now, what we are going to do, guys, tonight, everybody watching, we're going to start with 15, and the graphic is up, and you can see all the way to 25. But we're going to talk about the top 15 here on this list. And 15 would be Vanderbilt. Is that right? I can't see.
15. Miami
is 15. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I could not see. So, guys, here is the college football playoffs, all 25, the rankings, but we're going to do the 15. So, starting at 15 is Miami. Any thoughts, fire on that one, guys, you think?
Well, I don't think Notre Dame fans are going to like me tonight. I mean, I'm just stating some things here. Miami's lost to Louisville and SMU in close games, and they beat Notre Dame. And Notre Dame's 9, and Miami's 15. Answer me that. Fair?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, they're close losses, and SMU and Louisville's not horrible.
Fair.
I mean, Notre Dame's riding that A&M win. Or loss. They're riding that loss to A&M. That's pretty much it. That's what I think.
Is that Notre Dame's only loss?
No, they lost to Miami and A&M.
Okay.
But they're riding A&M loss because A&M's doing so good. But their schedule, you've seen their schedule. Yeah. Other than those two teams, they're pretty much playing the bottom feeders of all the other conferences. Now they don't schedule a lot of match schools or nothing, but they
Yeah.
pick the weakest of the conferences.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how they do.
Yeah.
But I mean, they
Yeah.
say you can't predict the schedule far out, and you can't. But I just don't understand that. Miami won the head-to-head. They both just got 2 close losses. It's got to be TV ratings. I guess if you guys don't got nothing else on them, we can move. I'm going to say the same thing about 14, though.
We got Vanderbilt. We got Vanderbilt coming in at 14, guys. Vanderbilt's
Vanderbilt's only
And
lost
they
to
are
Alabama
off
and
this
Texas.
weekend.
Why ain't they ranked higher than Notre Dame? I mean, Alabama's just good of a loss as Texas A&M lost, just about, ain't it?
Well, I'm thinking that Vanderbilt's only 2 losses are combined 6 points. I think they lost both games by 3 points to Texas and Alabama.
Yeah, and they beat Auburn, Missouri, LSU, South Carolina, Virginia Tech. That's way more quality wins than any of Notre Dame's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not picking on Notre Dame. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Right.
Notre Dame
right.
should be ranked higher than Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I don't
These
like to see-
rankings every year, they throw me for a loop because some of them make sense. I get the top 5.
They do me.
And I get possibly the top, well, we'll say top 8. After that, it's a toss-up. But, man, there's no way Vanderbilt should be 14th in this. There's no way possible.
Vanderbilt should be ranked higher than Miami and Notre Dame. I mean, they got some quality wins. And the Alabama loss, 14-30, but that's not horrible. And the Texas loss was 3 points.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Anyways, that's that. That's all I got to say about Vanderbilt.
I'm like what y'all said. These rankings every year. It's kind of you kind of look at them and go, well, okay. And I'm like you, Zach. I can understand the first 5.
Yeah.
And like you said too, it's every year you can look at it and say,
I mean, you got usually, when you get
this
these,
team should be here.
Yeah, usually when you get them, you got 1 or 2 sleeper teams in there. But I mean, at the same time, Vanderbilt, there's no way possible they should be 14th. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, because like you and Rusty said,
Sorry, Brent.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you and Rusty was right. I mean, they do have some quality wins. They really do. Zach and Rusty, you're right. They do have some good quality wins, but that'll take us down to 13, guys. And can you all make that M on out there? What team that is?
That's you. That's the Utah Utes.
Utah Utes.
Oh, the Utes. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. I can't see. I'm half blind anyways, guys. Okay, got Utah coming in at 13.
I literally know nothing about them.
I know nothing. Rusty and Zach. I know. I'm
the biggest win, Cincinnati. They lost to BYU and Texas Tech.
That's two good losses right there.
BYU was 3 points. They lost to Texas Tech 34-10. Other than that, I mean, they beat West Virginia pretty good. UCLA, they smoked them.
Number 12. Speaking of a team, BYU comes in at number 12, guys. Inside with the 12th spot. Seen them play a little bit, not a lot, guys.
They're on off Texas Tech.
Yeah, that game Saturday. I watched a few minutes of it. That was a pretty good ball game.
They beat Iowa State pretty good, 41-27. They beat Utah, Arizona, West Virginia. I mean, Stanford's garbage, but they beat East Carolina. We can laugh if we want to, but I think they're decent.
I think BYU should have lost a couple weeks ago when they played Arizona. I think Arizona went for 2 and missed it. and overtime or double overtime. It's one of them two. But I think BYU won that by a point or two.
Second overtime.
That's what I thought. I know it was a good one too. Arizona had every opportunity to win that ball game too.
Yeah. So, guys, that brings us to number 11, Oklahoma Sooners comes in at 11. I think they deserve playoffs. I mean, you know,
they win this week. I mean, their only losses Texas and Ole Miss. They had a pretty rough schedule. I mean, they really put it on Tennessee at Tennessee.
At Tennessee, yeah. Yeah.
I heard they was a fan or somebody tried shaking John Mateer's hand, tried squeezing his thumb real good before the game. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that.
I heard something about that. I don't know if that's true or not.
They was trying to squeeze his hand.
Try to squeeze his thumb a little bit.
Oh, his thumb, yeah.
Are they at Alabama this week?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
That's
gonna be a good one.
Be good.
Alabama's better than I thought they was. I mean, Skeletor's got a good defense though, so that Pac-12 coach better be ready. That's all I gotta
say. Guys, number 10, Texas Longhorns coming in at number 10, guys. Kentucky should have beat them anyways, but yeah, they're coming at 10.
Yeah.
Well, they only got 2 losses. 8 points to Florida and 7 points to Ohio State. I mean, they beat Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. Really, if you look at them, they should be, I ain't going to say it, above another team, but I mean, we're getting ready to get to that.
I tell you what, if you'd have told me a couple weeks back that Texas will be ranked number 10 right now, I would have laughed.
That's what I was getting ready to say, Zach. Yeah, that's what I said. Man, I said, yeah, 3-4 weeks ago, I would have said, nah, no way.
The Texas team now that we're seeing, I mean, I'm glad they didn't show up when we played them in Lexington.
Yeah,
because we got slaughtered. But, you know, looking back now, Texas should have one extra loss, and it should have come to the Kentucky Wildcats.
Should have came from, come from Kentucky. Yeah. Well, guys, so we got Texas 10. Number 9. At number 9, we've got Notre Dame coming in at 9 on this college football playoff rankings.
Now, I sat there and watched them. They look good. But, I mean, they've lost to Miami. They've lost to Texas. Their biggest win's USC. And to me, USC ain't all that. But then you look, they out of the Big Ten, they smoked Purdue. And the SEC, they lost to A&M, but they beat Arkansas. The ACC, they beat Boston College. Then you got Navy. Boise State. Where's the big wins in here? I mean, they're riding the loss to A&M to the top 10.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, fair statement. So, like you said earlier, is that fair? Yes, it is fair. I mean,
it's the brand.
I mean, I do agree.
That's how you compare like the Vanderbilt and that. It's the brand. Now, Miami's brand should be pretty good, but it's not Notre Dame brand. I think that's where they're going. They're just going off the brand here at this point.
I've said it for years.
At this point,
put Notre Dame in the SEC.
I think they need to get in the Big Ten.
Put them in somewhere other than the ACC.
Well, they're independent, but they got to play them ACC games to keep the other sports in there.
Yeah, like you said, they're beating down on Purdue. Shouldn't even count on your schedule. Beating down on Purdue, Arkansas, teams like that. That shouldn't even count. Oh
well, that's what their fans are saying. Well, while some other teams come independent, they couldn't handle it. Well, Alabama could go independent. They got the brand. There's a lot of teams. Georgia, their brand would carry them, and they could schedule these mediocre games and make playoffs every year. And I'm sure some TV station would pick them up too.
Yeah.
But I think until they make it a criteria that you have to be in a conference to be in the playoffs, they're not going to. They won't.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Well, guys-
I just don't believe in letting them in every year when they don't have a conference championship game either. That was like last year when they got Georgia in the playoffs. Beck got hurt in the SEC championship game.
Yeah, we talked about that. I think
And then
so last
Notre Dame
year.
was sitting at home on the couch, getting healthy.
Getting healthy. Yeah, I think me and you talked about that.
But
Oh, dear.
anyways, I mean, I can't get too bad on them because I go down
No.
there and watch them a lot.
Number 8, guys, Oregon comes in at 8 on the football playoff rankings. Watch them play. Yeah, okay. Oregon, but now ain't in. Well, anyway, go ahead. They're Oregon at 8. I'm getting ahead of myself.
They don't got much of a schedule either.
No.
Indiana beat them. Penn State was ranked number 3 when they beat them, but then they turned out to be garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say other than that, their biggest win's Iowa. And they barely won it by 3 points.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
2
that came
points.
down to the last second. Yeah, it was the last second
second.
field goal, I think.
Yeah. They about lost that game, so I'm kind of skeptical about Oregon.
I don't think they're as good as people expected them to be this year. But at one time, Dante Moore, their quarterback, man, he was the pick for the first 5 or 6 weeks of the season to win the Heisman, and I haven't heard much about him since.
Well, he made that last week. He made that drive to get that field goal was a Heisman moment.
I didn't get to watch none of it.
But Indiana's quarterback also had a Heisman moment last week. They're saying Julian Love will be there from Notre Dame, but I mean, you can run 2,000 yards on schedule.
Well, 7 guys. I switched over here so I could see a little bit better. They've got Ole Miss coming in at 7.
Kiffin still got them boys rolling.
Yeah, I mean, the only loss is Georgia, and it wasn't a blowout, 35-43.
And they led that entire game in 2, and then Georgia scored 17 in the 4th.
Boy, they put
Ole
it on
Miss-
Citadel. Somebody was saying them Florida boys is going to be really playing this weekend because Kiffin might be their next coach. It's going to be like tryout.
I've seen so much stuff online about Kiffin leaving to go to Florida, and I think he had one thing on his Twitter that said you couldn't pay him $1 million to go down there and coach.
You don't think he'd go back to the NFL, do you?
I think if he leaves Ole Miss, he goes back to the NFL. I don't think he leaves Ole Miss for any other college job. He's got it made.
Giants, Tennessee, and there's.
I
heard the Bengals could fire Zach Taylor. He could go there.
I heard that. Oh man, I can't remember where. It's on the radio. I heard it too. I think it's Wednesday morning at work. They was talking about how bad the relationship I got with Taylor and the front office.
Now, if he got that opportunity, he might should take that. But if he went to the Giants, he'd be back with Jackson Dart.
Well, he didn't. When he left that one time, it was for the Raiders, wasn't it? And he didn't last long. What was it, a year? Maybe a little over a year.
I thought he was at the Raiders before he even came to college.
I thought
he was there 2-3 years at the Raiders, but they didn't do very well.
I
Then
thought
he left there and went to Tennessee. Well, after he got fired from there.
I was thinking he was with Tennessee and then left for the Raiders and went to USC, but it might have been the other way around.
No.
It might have been Tennessee to USC to the Raiders.
It was Tennessee to USC.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Because he was only at Tennessee for 1 year, wasn't he?
Yeah. And
1 year.
I mean, they loved him. He had his daddy there was going to run the defense, and then he got offered that USC job, and he took off. Which, I mean, I guess money talks.
Speaking of that orange team,
Yeah.
What about him?
did you see? I had somebody text me, guys, and they said, "Have you seen this show?" And they gave me the show's name. I looked it up, and did you know LSU is wanting Josh Heupel? Is that his name? Heupel?
I was
Josh
wondering if
Heupel.
somebody's going to come after him. LSU
And they said
LSU.
LSU is wanting. They said they ain't going after coordinators or people, or said they're coming after people's coaches, is what this show said. And said that they are one, and said that his name was brought up on their list.
Did you see who is about to be the next coach of
Surprising,
Arkansas?
and I'm like I said,
Mm-mm.
Coach O.
yes,
I like Coach O.
yes.
I mean,
I
I
saw
think
him.
he got done dirty at LSU.
As of right now, he is. I seen a report earlier that he is the front runner for the Arkansas job.
I think Petrino. I think Mississippi State should fire their coach and hire him.
I think the only
he's established in that area.
I think the only thing that saved Mississippi State's I don't know his name. The only thing that saved his job this year was he had the I think it's 18 game losing streak, and he broke it when they beat Arkansas, and then the same night Kentucky beat Auburn and broke the second longest losing streak. So I think that might have saved his job this year.
You thought they was going to do something at the beginning of the year, but then, yeah, I can't think of his name right off the top of my head either. But
he's a young guy.
He's young. They might give him a little more chance down there, but they just got too good of a fan base to be jacking around down there. They need to get somebody down there that can do something. All right, Brent.
All right, now, and I'll say this, and then then I'll move on. But you was talking about Coach O, Zach. I also heard, I don't know if this is true, that Gruden turned down the Arkansas job, and then they was talking about getting Coach O, and then that Josh Heupel from Tennessee. I saw that about 2-3 hours ago, that on that one show that LSU was wanting Tennessee's coach. So I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting to see where some of these guys end up at the end of the season. I mean, I really do. But that'll bring us to the number 6 team in the college football playoffs, which is the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
They're only lost
all year. I say
Arizona State. They beat Houston, Utah, Kansas State, BYU, I guess. I mean, they don't got like a real daunting schedule, but that team, I've watched them some this year. Of course, during the blackout, I ain't had much of a choice. But they're hitting. Their defense is playing pretty good. I mean, they're playing some pretty solid. I mean, it ain't SEC.
Have you noticed, Rusty, at the beginning of the season, 2-3 weeks, everything came out of my mouth before the first game of the season was ever played. Watch out for Kansas State. Watch out for Kansas State. That's all I said. Look here.
Yeah.
Every week. I see no Kansas State. I see no Kansas State there. I got that one wrong, didn't I, buddy?
Well, they lost that first game to Iowa State. I thought, well, it was overseas. That's a pretty good team.
Right.
And I just figured, but then they never recovered. And then Iowa State started going downhill. I don't know what happened to them, if they had a bunch of injuries or what. But they had a pretty good looking defense at the beginning of the year.
They did. They really did. Zach, let's score that Kentucky game.
88-46, 3:30 to go.
88-46. Kentucky up.
Ni-
Kentucky is
90-46. Now that's about the 25th dunk of the season for Marino.
up.
Hey, I think he's going to be one of our best players, buddy. He looks good.
I think, yeah, he does. Yeah. Well, guys, that brings us to the top 5 in this college football playoff ranking. Georgia coming in at number 5. Thoughts on Georgia?
I don't think through the Georgia, they don't got that deep Kirby Smart defense, I don't think, like they used to have. I mean, but of course, they're still solid, and they still got the animal coaching them. They lost to Alabama by 3 points, and that's it. But they got Texas this weekend, which I think is overrated. And then they do got – Texas does got good defense. They just never found a running game. They were supposed to have it this year. They had a couple guys back, but they got Texas, and then that last game of the year they got Georgia Tech. Ain't going to be no cakewalk either.
No.
So if they win out, they're going to be in really good shape. Probably a home field game.
Well, guys, that brings us to number 4, and this team right here, Alabama, lost to Florida State at the beginning of the year, and they have not looked back, and they have worked their way right up to the number 4 spot in this.
And
like I said, they lost to Florida State, and guys, after that, they've not looked back once they got beat.
They won convincingly, except for the Georgia and Missouri game was kind of close, but we have to eat some crow talking about that Pac-12 coach because I thought they'd lost a couple more by now. Or I have to eat, I guess that's me.
That first game of the year, buddy, I thought, man, Alabama losing to Florida State, I thought they was taking a step back, but I think that just motivated them to just destroy the rest of the league. Like Brent said, they lost and they ain't looked back since.
They ain't looked back yet.
And I seen that Florida State team up here last year, and they looked so bad. I said it's going to take them 7 or 8 years to get back. And then when they came out and beat Alabama like that, I said, "Wow, this NIL, I guess you can do it overnight." But then they look like garbage ever since.
Well, guys, that brings us to another SEC school. Coming in at number 3 in the rankings is Texas A&M. They've been up there all year.
I'll tell you, they really impressed me. I was at that game when they beat Notre Dame, and when Notre Dame got that run, when Notre Dame went down, they scored and missed the extra point. Texas A&M went down and scored, and then Notre Dame ran that back. They was a hold on that, like right at it should have been called. But then A&M got down. There's a whole bunch of penalties called, and then they made that last throw. But them receivers they got, I didn't see a whole lot out of the running game, but them receivers, Concepcion and Craver, they're impressive. And I think Texas A&M might be the best team in the country.
They're playing ball now. They are playing ball.
But they need to get on some cheerleaders, though.
Yeah. Agreed 100%, Rusty. Agreed.
I mean, you can't have a football team and no cheerleaders. I mean, even on the longest yard, they had cheerleaders. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, guys, that brings us to the number 2 team. Guys, you're not looking at a basketball schedule. Ranking chart. You are looking at a football, and at number 2 is the Indiana Hoosiers coming in at number 2.
But I'll tell you, last year they kept talking about their schedule was watered down, but when they beat Illinois, they was ranked number 9. They beat Oregon when they was ranked number 3.
Yep.
Well, they beat Penn State, but Penn State wheels had already come off them. And they beat Michigan State, which I thought Michigan State was kind of trying to come back a little bit, but now they're in trouble again for some kind of recruiting violations. I don't even know how you can do that nowadays, but
Ain't that the truth?
yeah. But I mean, Indiana, they beat Oregon by 10 points
Yeah, they did at Oregon.
at Oregon, and they smoked Illinois. Remember, we thought Illinois might beat them back then. We was kind of 50-50 on that game.
Yeah, we were 50-50 on that game, and I watched that last half of that game, and it was like, man, they are absolutely doing whatever they wanted to.
I'll say this about Indiana. I'll say this about them. They might not win the national championship. They might not even win the Big Ten, but I will tell you this. You will not see a better catch in college football this year than the catch that the quarterback threw to that receiver to end that game against Penn State. You'll never see a better catch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
I mean, that was probably one of the longest reviews. I think me and Dad was watching it together. And that toe tap was so close. You'll never see a play like that.
He put that ball there too.
And I'm gonna tell you that last drive, he led them. I think it was 60-something yards every play. He was getting absolutely destroyed back there.
That was his Heisman moment.
Oh yeah. I used to think Diego was going to win it, but I don't even know the quarterback's name for something. I know it's a weird name. But I think that game against Penn State, I know it was Penn State, like you was talking about, Rusty. They're not the Penn State. They're just Penn State. But the way he led that final drive and took all them hits after hit, he deserves it.
But 100%. Penn State, they do got some really good players on defense and the offensive side of the ball. I mean.
Well, that's true. That's true.
They still got good linebackers.
Oh, yeah.
Backs, their interior still. That team's built. I mean, they spent some money on that team. That's why Franklin's done. They even went out and got some really good, assistant coaches and stuff. They spent a lot of money on that team, and then I think that was just like straw broke the camel's back.
All right, let me switch gears just 1 second. So Kentucky just beat Eastern Illinois 99-53. They just showed a thing that is the 14th 90-point game under Mark Pope.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
14th 90-point game. That's crazy.
It is. That's pretty good. I really say that's pretty good. That's good.
I mean, like I said, it's Eastern Illinois, but I mean that's you got to respect something.
But still, right. So, guys, that brings us to the number one team on this chart here, which is Ohio State.
What we say, Rusty? They're number one till somebody beats them.
Till somebody beats them. I mean, they beat Texas that first game of the year. That was a good game, but Texas kind of wasn't what we thought, but they're trying to bring them back. They beat Illinois and Penn State. They're just kind of cruising along, but somebody's got to beat them.
Yeah, you're right.
The only one I see could possibly do it on their schedule is Michigan.
Yeah. I don't think I've watched
that happen.
I don't think I've watched an Ohio State game this year, but I know they're always at the top of the rankings every season. In and out.
Michigan beat them last couple of years.
Yeah, Michigan beat them last year, and then they went on the national championship.
They did. Well, guys, before we go on to our games of the week or games or whatever, guys, if you watched right here, hey, email us here. Your topics. Let me put it right here. Wildcat Den Fan Talk at gmail.com. Hey guys, anything you want to talk about, anything. If you want to come on the show, email us. Any topics that you all want to, because like Rusty said one time, we know everybody can't watch us live. But if you got any questions, any suggestions, anything you want to talk about,
Yeah.
email us Wildcat Den Fan Talk at gmail.com. You just email us and we'll get it on. We'll get your topic on or whatever you want to talk about on next week's show. Hey, if you just want to come out and hang out with me, Rusty, and Zach, hey, come on the show with us. Email us. So, guys, that we're gonna go over some games tonight here. Let's see what we got. All right.
Who you got?
And Rusty. Here we go.
There we go.
Here we go. Ready? Here's our first one of tonight. We'll go on down the list. Number 11, Oklahoma versus Alabama. Who you got? What we got? Any thoughts? I know we talked about the teams on the thing. I'm going with Alabama because it's played at Alabama. I'm just thinking, like Zach said, Zach said they ain't looked bad.
Bama's favored by 6.
But like Rusty said, I wouldn't be surprised if Oklahoma. I'm
think
going with
it's
Bama.
a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
But it being at Alabama, it's going to be hard to win at Alabama.
Yeah.
But Skeletor's got the defense to do it. Defense wins championships.
Skeletor. And as Rusty, and if you're wondering why he calls Venables Skeletor, tell him right quick, Rusty, why you call him Skeletor.
Just look up the He-Man Masters of the Universe and look at pictures of Skeletor and
Look at
the Venables.
Skeletor.
Got them
There you
eyes
go.
all sunk back, a little dark looking back in there.
And people, and that
Kind
is
of
why,
bald. Yeah,
yeah, that is why Rusty calls Venables Skeletor.
that's
But
going to
I
be a
got
good one.
It's gonna be
I
a
hope
good
that
one.
one ain't blacked out. I bet it better not be. Yeah.
What you got on this, Zach?
ABC. ABC. I'm blacked out. I don't have to go buy me an antenna. I don't have to go get me some rabbit ears. I'm Texas.
Yeah, rabbit ear. There you go. Who you got on this one, Zach?
Oh,
I think it
breaking news.
I think it boils down to what version of material that you're going to see in this game. He comes out and he balls out. I think Oklahoma has a legit shot to win this one. But with it being in Tuscaloosa, Alabama wins it. Barely.
That's what
Barely. It's going to be a close one, but Alabama.
I agree.
Breaking news.
All right. What you got, Rusty? Breaking
Google
news,
and
guys, on the
Disney
Wild
reach
West.
a deal to restore ESPN and ABC to YouTube TV.
So you're going to get to where they – is it immediately hook it up, go with it?
Well, I
You
ain't
wake
that
up-
far breaking. I ain't that far breaking, but they reached the deal. That's all I know.
So Rusty's going to be able to watch some games tomorrow, right, bud?
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
ain't out
All
in the yard muling.
Rusty's got a hashtag, no longer blacked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rusty, yeah. Hashtag no longer blacked out.
Well, the Notre Dame game is going to be on there. Alabama Oklahoma game is going to be. I'm about ready to go out to Walmart after we got off here and get me some rabbit ears.
Says he's gonna buy some rabbit ears for antennas.
Give me some, I got me some aluminum foil.
He's got some aluminum foil.
Guys, here's our other games. We got all kinds of games. All kinds of games.
There's only about, 3 games left?
Number 24, South Florida versus Navy. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about South Florida. Well, is why I put this on here.
Is Hornbrook or whatever that quarterback for Navy, is he back?
I don't know if he's back or not, Rusty. That's a good
But
question.
that backup he ran pretty good in that first quarter against Notre Dame.
Both of these teams has winning records too. So then I'm going South Florida with this.
Yeah,
one.
I am too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Number 10, Texas, taking on Georgia.
Probably the game of the week around college football.
I'd say either that one or at Alabama, Oklahoma. I don't know. That's a toss up. And both the Texas and Oklahoma just got in the SEC. We was sitting there last year saying, hey, SEC.
Yeah.
I think we got to accept them now because they're playing good.
They are.
I'm going with Georgia. I can't go against the animal as between the hedges.
I think this one's going to be a real good defensive game, but I'd take Georgia at home in this one.
Me too, guys. I'm taking Georgia with this one. Mississippi State versus Missouri tomorrow.
Missouri should take that one. It might be interesting first half.
Yeah.
yeah. That's what that's a good one, Rusty. That's a good one, Rusty. I like it.
Missouri's not a real good team, but Mississippi State is a really bad team. So Missouri wins this one.
Missouri might have the best running back in the country.
Yeah,
that
he's good.
That dude's good.
Yeah, he is. But I take Mississippi State on this one, guys. Leads us to our next one. Notre Dame, number 9, Notre Dame taking on number 22, Pittsburgh Panthers.
That's where game day is going to be. Do you know that? First time ever at Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh's getting back a really good running back. He's going to be full strength and healthy. But I don't think that helps them none. I think Notre Dame wins by double digits. I think Notre Dame plays at the level of talent they're playing. But I think they're going to put on a show tomorrow and make sure that they stay up in that playoff rankings. That's the last team on our schedule that even has a chance.
Both Notre Dame and Pittsburgh is 7-2. And the game that we done before, a couple game, that South Florida, what was it? That other second one, and I told you all both of those teams are 7-2, and then Notre Dame and Pittsburgh is 7-2. So I'm gonna go Notre Dame on this one.
Pittsburgh ain't beat nobody. I mean, they lost to Louisville and West Virginia. They beat Florida State. North Carolina State's part of their biggest wins.
That's Pittsburgh.
They ain't even seen nothing like what's fixing to come tomorrow. Notre Dame's going to, I think, mop them up.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Lay the points, whatever it is.
Notre Dame.
12.5. Lay the points. Yeah. Notre Dame's going to win by probably 20.
Yeah, Notre Dame's offense is just too much for Pitt's defense.
And then their defense, it don't matter if that running back's back because ain't nobody running on Notre Dame. Not really.
Well, guys, this brings us, I didn't know they was playing tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and flash it up here. And Louisville Clemson, and Clemson is ahead right now. Second quarter, 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Clemson is up 10-9 right now, 10-9.
What a score! 10-9.
10-9. I said earlier, I will say this, and I told you all at the beginning of the show. I said I gave. I think I picked Louisville, and I say they might pull it out tonight. I'm still sticking with them.
What was the matter with that nut job that was threatening that Coach Braun? He's from down there in Texas. He ain't even. I don't know what the deal was with that.
I don't know. I have no idea, Rusty.
It's just some nut job.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I've seen something about that. It was such an odd situation, but he was making death threats. I don't think it was to the head coach. It was to the offensive coordinator, the other Braun, wasn't it?
Oh well, one of them and their family too, I think. But
Yeah, he was going to the full extent, buddy. I mean, just
what was
wild.
the deal? Because they lost the game.
Yeah, that's all it boiled down to was, and I don't want to make assumptions or anything. But I'm gonna say he probably lost a little money on betting or something like that, and then it's just come down to him going crazy.
Yeah. Well, was he? Yeah, because I don't even, he's from he I don't know if he's from Louisville and moved to Texas or what, but he lived plumb down in Texas.
Yeah, that's the only thing I see.
Part of it. So yeah, you're probably right. He probably lost some money on a bet.
Because I never seen anything other than what he was from Texas. I don't think he had no affiliation with the University of Louisville or anything. But I just know it was death threats made like crazy towards the Braun family.
He's probably just drunk, pissed off. Probably lost a few $1,000. So.
He's probably drinking a little of that Kentucky bourbon, buddy.
Yeah. Some Mark Stoops. What that red something they call it.
Guys, that brings us to Ole Miss versus Florida.
I think that game could get interesting because Florida's got some athletes, but I don't know. I think somebody said they seen some arguing on the sideline, like the team might be lost, but then some of them say they might be locked in because they're in case Kiffin decides to come there and coach. I don't see Florida beating Ole Miss though.
No,
I don't know either. I'll take Ole Miss, guys, on this one.
I think Ole Miss is playing too good football right now. And Florida's banged up. They've got a list of injuries, and they're without their top receiver again this week. So,
well, they said that last week, and then they said only 3 of them didn't play.
But the list that came out before the Kentucky game, it was a half a page long.
Yeah,
and I think this one for the pregame before Ole Miss, I think the list is it's grew a lot more now.
Yeah, Florida's just shut doors on Florida.
Yeah, I think their season was over when they lost to South Florida. It kind of just put them down too fast.
I could see Gruden going to Florida.
Do you all think they fub?
Huh? Oh, I
said, do y'all think they? Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of stuff people saying. Well,
I think they do. I think all their problems.
Like you all said, Zach said, like Zach said, 1 minute is, and like y'all said, it looked like this, and then you'll be watching TV. Oh, well, he is playing. Well, there's only these wins, and then like Zach said, and then you'll look, and then it's back up to half a page. I mean, I don't know. That's just something I've always thought maybe they. But guys, this will be our next one: BYU versus TCU. Number 12, BYU. Give me BYU on this one.
I'm gonna take the upset in this one. I'm going TCU at home.
Oh, Zach's going with TCU.
Everything that I've seen, everything that I've seen this week, as far as I think they picked like 8 games for upset alert, and they rated it like it went like green, orange, and then red. This was one of the red games.
Yeah,
Rusty, who you got?
I'm going with TCU too. I watched one of their games.
Rusty and
earlier in the year. They just seemed like they was pretty good size and pretty physical.
Yeah.
I like that.
I ain't saying BYU's a bad team. I just think TCU at home is going to be too much.
Right.
TCU's coach name, Sonny Dykes or whatever.
Sonny Dykes, yep.
I like him. I'm surprised he don't move on now out of TCU and get a better job.
Well, he didn't really go from a bigger school. It came from SMU and then went to, at TCU now. But I think year or two down the road, he might have a good shot to actually go somewhere big and be productive.
Well, this
I
year,
remember-
so many openings. He should have a chance. If I think Tennessee'd be a good fit for him if Heupel leaves.
I tell you
do
what,
remember.
you might see him in Arkansas if they don't get Petrino. I mean, he I think they offered him a job a couple of years back when he was at SMU and he turned it down.
I don't see him retaining Petrino. I think
I do
Petrino's
remember-
auditioning for another job.
Yeah, I don't think with all the trouble he got them in with that scandal, years back, I just don't see them giving him a second chance. I really don't. As far as head coach wise,
that fan base has got to be split on that. I'd say some of them would like to have him back, but I'd say a lot of them would just no. They probably.
I do remember 13 years ago, Sonny Dykes' name was brought up to a team that all three of us likes 13 years ago. Anyways, South Carolina versus Texas A&M, number 3, Texas A&M.
Don't get me started, Brent.
That's why I changed the subject. That's South Carolina versus Texas A&M. But that, like I said, that was 13 years ago. Anyways, who y'all got in this one? Y'all got any on this?
Texas A&M is going to smoke them.
This is going to be a ugly game, and when I say ugly, I mean ugly quick.
Texas A&M. Hey, did they start doing that bonfire again? Remember we went over that last year.
Yes, we did. I don't know.
That was the first game of the year or something, though, wasn't it? Remember?
Yeah.
They had to quit doing it because it collapsed and but then they was talking about having engineers help them build it.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that.
They need to bring that back, get on some cheerleaders, and that'd be all right. They got the coach. Elko's a good coach. I liked him when he was up here.
But yeah, Rusty and Zach, I agree with y'all. I think, like Zach said, I think it gets ugly. I'm going with Texas A&M. Our next one is Arkansas and LSU.
Well, I'd say
LSU goes there at home.
Arkansas's got some athletes. I mean, and they got Petrino. They got the better coach, but yeah, it's at Death Valley. If it's at night for sure, I think I'll just go with LSU, I guess. But I heard Nussmeier might not be healthy, but they say
I seen that too.
That backup's supposed to be pretty good too, and this might give him a chance to shine.
Yeah, I don't think they bring him in this week. I mean, if it was anybody other than Arkansas, I'd say they give him a go. But with it being Arkansas, I think they try to let him rest this week.
Well, would Taylor Green be able to run any on our LSU?
I don't see it. Not at LSU. Like you said, it's hard to play at Death Valley.
I thought Arkansas, like when Notre Dame went down there, I thought Arkansas was going to put them in a shootout. They didn't do squat.
No, that game was over from the first quarter.
Yeah, they did not do squat.
I think we talked about that before. That's Notre Dame come down there and just left with Arkansas's head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as that game was over, Pittman was packing his bags. He was gone.
I like Pittman too. I mean,
yeah,
he'd be a good offensive line coach somewhere, I guess, if he wants to keep working. He ain't a head coach. He's too nice of a guy, I think.
He's the only coach I've ever seen that can get beat 50-0 and still smile the entire game.
Yeah, I liked it, and it was. Nobody goes after the offensive line coaches, and it was it's worth a shot. I mean, but then they never had an offensive line. That's what I didn't ever understand.
Yeah, me and you were talking about that a couple of weeks back. Yeah.
Georgia had the best offensive lines they ever had under him, and then he went to Arkansas. Their offensive line was garbage.
Yeah, couldn't pass block, couldn't run block, couldn't do the basic fundamentals of the lineman. Nothing.
They was lucky to not get a false starter.
Yeah.
Tennessee Tech and Kentucky, guys. That brings us to our last one of the night. Tennessee Tech coming in at 10-0. Kentucky coming in at 4-5. I'll say Kentucky 31. Tennessee Tech 13. Zach.
Well, I see this as a trap game. And the thing about the trap games is anytime we play a FCS team, we struggle horribly on offense and defense. And I think we win this game, but I think it's by 3.
Oh,
I don't think it's
you
going to be a
think
winning game. No, I don't think
You
it's
don't
going to be a
think
winning game. We come out and hang 45 points and they get 7. I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a 30-13 game. I think this game's going to come down to how good our defense has gotten over the year. I think it's going to be a 24, 21, 27, 24, somewhere in that ballpark. Because, this Tennessee Tech team is ranked in the top 10 in the FCS, and they're 10-0 for a reason. And I think a couple weeks back, they was leading the FCS with 48 points a game.
they was?
And I just don't think that they've seen I don't think they've seen a level of defense like
it
that,
was
40
points. I do.
Yeah.
You are right. I'd say something on them.
Yeah, I don't think they've. I don't think they've seen a defense like what they're going to see from Kentucky, and I think we slow their offense down, but our defense is going to have to win us this ball game. I really do.
Well, if you'd asked me 3 weeks ago, I took Tennessee Tech, but
Yeah.
And it is surprising though with this Kentucky team that the wheels ain't come plumb off like they did last year.
Oh, we still rolling right along somehow.
But now you guys talking about Tennessee Tech, they have 5 games they scored over 40 and 3 games they scored over 60.
They're good.
But like you said, they ain't seen
with a good point out there.
like they're going to see against Kentucky.
Rusty just said something. Yeah. I think me and Zach talked about it. Rusty just now said something that is so true. And that's why I like his players that's on this Kentucky team. Rusty said just then about basically the wheels falling off and quitting. And I feel like this team has not compared to what happened last year. Now, last year, I thought they did quit. Yeah. I mean, I honestly, and I think me and Rusty said on maybe 3 or 4 of our shows that they quit. Cutter is the future, in my opinion. I think he is the future of Kentucky on down the road. And I don't know if you guys have seen, but Andre Woodson is kind of developed a relationship with him. Did you all see that?
No.
Remember when Woodson came in and I done it back then when Woodson was first come in. I said, oh, Woodson. Hey, I don't know about Woodson. I don't know. Yeah, and we saw what Woodson did. He built the foundation. He was probably, to me, the last true quarterback that we developed. Well, now I saw an article that Cutter and Andre has reached out to him and sort of kind of mentoring him the way I understood it.
I like Woodson.
I do too, Rusty. I mean, I liked him. So he's kind of mentoring him. And I think Woodson said that he reached out to him. So, yeah.
I just think
So Rusty said a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry, Rusty. Go ahead.
I just think if this team was coached and the players was evaluated properly from the spring, we'd be looking at a totally different situation right now. I think we could be talking playoffs. Maybe if not playoffs, a really good bowl game. Because why would you start, like he said last week, start Calzada's first couple of games? You knew in the spring what you had. So what to give him the money? We're here to win football games.
Go Cats.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of that, right there, what you said about,
Yeah.
I think I made that comment there a couple weeks back about Calzada starting. You take that Ole Miss game and you put Bowie, the way Bowie's playing now, you start him against Ole Miss. I think we beat Ole Miss by a touchdown.
They said all spring Cutter could spin the ball, got better arm, but they won't go with the broke shoulder with the experience. I mean, we was joking around, but we kind of
Rusty
was right about him.
Calzada might be our worst pickup from the
And Rusty
history
said,
of pickups.
I think so too. I
Yeah.
do. And Rusty said a couple of weeks ago too. You know, he did see Zach. We done in the off season, about in the middle of spring, late spring. We went over all the transfers that came in that he's playing, broke it down. See, Rusty did, and like he said, we do have the players because look at JJ Hester, and this is what I couldn't understand. And I was talking to somebody. I don't know why all of a sudden now you've had some of these guys since the spring, and the Miller kid, the receiver that's catching all the JJ Miller. Why are they just now coming in a little more than halfway into season? I mean, they're catching passes.
Yeah, they had to know in the spring what they had. I mean, they had to know.
And look at Patterson. Patterson played a good game the other night. Rusty was talking about him about 2 weeks ago.
They didn't even give him a chance for a few games.
You know, and the thing last week that impressed me the most was when we muffed that punt and Florida got the touchdown. You know, Florida gained the momentum right there. 3 or 4 weeks back, this Kentucky team would have folded and we would have lost by 20. But we were one bad play away. Yeah, we were one bad play away from possibly shutting them out for the first time and maybe ever that I can remember. But I mean, just one bad play away. But instead of folding, what did we do? Right back down the field, punched it right in the end zone, and we never let up. Never took the foot off the gas.
You know, everybody talks about Florida as a big powerhouse. They only really had. Well, they got 3 championships, and they was all 3 under Spurrier and Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, they've been solid, but they really ain't the powerhouses they claim to be.
No,
but
they wasn't the late '90s under Spurrier, and then they got the 2 in the mid 2000s with Urban Meyer. But the teams that Urban Meyer had was the teams that Urban Meyer had, I mean, you had Tebow, you had Hernandez. I mean, you had athletes. And I think they had Percy Harvin, and they was good. They was I guess I was in 8th, 9th grade when all that was going on. And I mean, they was good.
Spurrier was a good coach. And wasn't he coaching when they invented who was coaching down there when they invented Gatorade?
Hang on. Give me just 1 second. That's a question for my wife. She's a Florida fan.
I won't say it was Spurrier.
I forgot she is. I think he was playing for Florida, Rusty. When they
maybe he was playing.
I think he was playing. And
right.
that is a valid point about them, and like what you and Zach said about, because Kentucky beat them the last time before we broke that streak when we had Snell in them in 18. I remember in 86 we beat them, and that was the last time. And then really, like you said, and Zach said, it was about the 90s when they really started, coming on, and built that to what we know Florida is. Because like you said, back then, Florida was just Florida.
Yeah. And they're about back to just Florida now.
That's kind of the point you was making too. And that's a good point too. And like I said, yeah. And again, and I'll go back to
that must have been the coach of Florida when they made Gatorade.
Kind of buffering guys on me here. Ray Graves.
Ray Gray.
Okay.
She just told me as I was
That
sitting
must
down.
be
I
it,
was getting ready to answer.
Good job,
Hey,
Caleb.
Ray. Yeah.
Spurrier must have been playing because I watched a show on it not too long ago and Spurrier was in it talking about it. They said that they wouldn't let them test
He
it on
was.
the A team, but they let them test that on the B team. They's taking their blood and doing all these tests. I guess it was clear to
Yeah.
start with. Then they started adding flavor and color to it just to make it. Anyways, enough about the Gatorade, I guess.
Well, guys, so I'm taking Kentucky. I'm taking Kentucky on this one. I know we are. Rusty, tell me exactly something.
Yeah,
If you don't care,
this cat knows.
let me find it, okay? Let me see if I can find it.
I know one aid I ain't drinking no more until Stoops is gone. That's that blue.
I found it.
I just can't help it. I just can't get
Oh
past it.
goodness. Rusty, tell me exactly what's on your tailgate menu tomorrow, bud.
Well, I was wanting some leg quarters, but I couldn't find no leg quarters, so I had to get thighs and legs. I got thighs and legs, and then I'm going to do some cowboy beans. That's turned out pretty good.
Sounds good, buddy. Sounds
I
good.
want to try something a little different. Try to get that skin a little
And
more crispy.
Rusty's tailgate menu. Got your ball games back. He's got his ball
Yeah.
games back, Zach.
Yeah.
Get to watch some ball games tomorrow. Get the cowboy beans ready to go, buddy. You ready to
That's
go?
had me in a slump. You know it? That blackout's had me like in a funk. I ain't been right.
I tell you,
two
Like I
weekends
told you.
I watched the SEC football game. You watch these other games, you hear a little
I can't-
something. I mean, when that SEC comes on,
I can't
you gotta
remember if I
play some
told
ratchet
Zach.
crap.
I know I
Crap
told
that TV
you,
to
but
the wall. That's
Yeah.
gonna vibrate loose.
I said like I said, I don't know if I told Zach. I know I told you, but when YouTube TV was doing all that deal with Disney, and the first 2 to 3 days I heard about that, and they said, "Well, it's going to be today. It's going to be today." I mean, I panicked out. I said, Susan, I said, we got to change. She said, what do you mean? I said, if we don't change, I ain't going to get watch no football. You got basketball season in about a week and a half. I said, I can't take it. I said, change now.
Yeah, Brent changed a matter of hours. I don't think it's a full day. Brent was done split.
I did. I don't think it was, Rusty. I think you are exactly right. I think I changed in ours.
Tennessee Tech 10-0 might be a better game we expect. At least I'll get to watch it. I might be like that. What was that thing's name on Flintstone Shimlock? I might be the bad
Zach
luck.
think it's going to be close. Zach
But if they're scoring 40,
think
56
it's going to be
points
close.
a game,
Too, yeah.
but I mean, that ain't against no SEC team. I know we ain't played like it the first part of the year, but we are SEC.
The last 10-win season we had, we were playing. I cannot remember who it was, but it might have been Chattanooga. Maybe don't hold me to that. But we was down, I think, 10-3 in that game or something like that, and we barely come back and won. And I think we might have been top 25 team at that point too, if I ain't mistaken. And I want to say that was Levis's
and something else too. If you remember,
first year.
in 28. Yeah. And also, too, if you remember in 2018, when we had Benny Snell, Josh Allen, we had that 10-win season and went to and beat Penn State. Guess who we struggled against? Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, we did.
I-
I think they
right,
might
yeah.
have heard
I mean,
a
the
player or
history
two of ours.
We struggled
I
against
drove
them, and that
by
was
that
in
college
2018
a
when
few
we had.
times.
And so, yeah, that's right, guys. That's well, the history is there. You know, some teams just do struggle. You know, against teams like that. I mean, they'll find a way to win, and like I said, that's why they play the game. I mean, you know, I remember. I know I brought to Rusty. I remember when Appalachian State went into the Big House up in Michigan,
Hey,
beat Michigan. They had
yeah.
a great team that year, man. They had that Hart running back. Guy Hart, he played running
Oh yeah,
back.
they was
Excellent
top
team.
5.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe what I was seeing.
App State hadn't even made the transition
Yeah,
to Division
yeah.
1. They was still FCS.
Well, I was like Northern Illinois was last year. They came here and beat Notre Dame. I was at that game, and it wasn't no
That's
fluke.
another.
It wasn't like they wasn't doing like a
That's
bunch
another.
of fluky plays or nothing. They just lined up and beat them. I mean, like
that's another
sometimes
guy
they'll
too,
win,
Rusty.
they'll be
That's a good
doing
one.
a bunch of trickery and fake punts and this and that. They just lined up and played ball. And Marshall came in the year before that and beat them.
Yeah. You
Just
remember
beat
back
Marshall,
at,
that is right. They
you remember a couple of weeks back when we was projecting, I think we was talking about our next 4 games was Texas, Tennessee, Auburn, and Florida. Remember we all was saying, you know, we could possibly
right.
see 0-4, 1-3, 2-2. And you know, we were one bad game away from being 3-1 in that 4-game
did.
stretch.
Yeah.
And I think I was the hardest one about it because I said, realistically, I could see 2 wins. I could see 1 win, but my gut was telling me to go 0-4. I'm so glad that we ended up with 2 wins out of that 4-game stretch.
And something else.
I got thinking about that today at work.
I think I texted Rusty. We was talking, and I did say this, and Zach, I don't know if I told you, but I remember texting Rusty. We was talking about something, and then and I said some things too about Bush. Is this the same OC that was at the first of the year? Because some of them plays has been pretty daggone good, and that tempo. Is this the same one that we watched at the first? Because now some of the things I said was kind of, you know, I mean, it looked. What I'm trying to say, this is what I'm trying to say. It looked different than it did the first part of the season. What I saw, it looked different.
He might finally let him loose because I'm telling you, when Bush got hired, he was talking about running tempo. And last year, we was the slowest team to snap the ball in the country. That's not tempo.
I will tell you, it was there.
I think Stoops figured, hey,
yeah, I mean, it was there, and I think
I'm just going to let him loose.
Hey, I tell you what,
it was different, and I've heard a lot of people say that it was different, and I heard a lot of people say that they was kind of like me. They did. I don't know about, you know, and I kept saying, and I was guilty of it, saying, you know, I don't know.
I mean,
I never.
I understand,
but now it's been different.
He don't call the plays or make them call. I think he does take plays out of their playbooks, and I think he twists and gives them guidelines to go by, like about when to snap the ball, to huddle. Because I think if it's up to Bush, I don't even know if they would do like a full huddle.
I'll tell you what.
I'm going to tell you what. Well, I'm going to tell you, he may have done. I'll tell you one thing. This way, and then Zach, I'm sorry, I'll let you.
No, you go ahead.
Stoops wasn't doing nothing Saturday night because that was all Bush, and it shocked me. It really shocked me because I said, "What offense is this?"
Yeah.
Sorry,
you go back to that Ole Miss game when we tried to run tempo at the end of the first half. We couldn't even get lined up straight. We were getting penalties for false starts, delay of games. The offense that we're seeing now, something is clicking right where it needs to be. Click that, you know.
it's
Yeah.
a totally different pace of the game, and we saw that against Florida. I mean, you tell me anytime that Stoops has ever went for a fourth down
That-
in the first quarter, and
First
just the play calling, you can see it.
I know.
I mean, you can
and
see
I
the
just
little,
like
the little sideline passes, 3 and 4,
Yeah.
5 yard. They're working, and straight to the ball, getting cutter going.
They
and,
are.
I mean, it's a totally different game plan each week that we're seeing,
Yeah.
and it's working.
Totally. And what Rusty was talking about, and like Rusty was talking about the no huddle stuff. Did you see how quick on a lot of them they was going, boom, right up to the line, son, boom, 8 yards.
I would say some of them
boom,
plays
right up to
we
the
wasn't.
line. 7
I'd
yards.
say we went 10 seconds in between plays, and that's what we need.
That's why I think Bush. I think that's his offense. I don't.
Yeah,
Bush.
yeah.
Well, okay. That brings me to my next question about this. Would you want to see another season of this, or would you want a new offensive coordinator to come in? If they retain Stoops, do you think they retain Hendon after what we've seen the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think they keep it. I mean, you might as well.
You have to keep Bush.
I would say if you
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
if you can guarantee what we're going to see next year will be more of what we're seeing in the last, we'll say 2 weeks against Auburn and against Florida, I say bring him back. And, I've never been a fan of him, but I've seen more fight and down to the nitty gritty the last couple of weeks than we've needed all year long. We've seen in the last 2 weeks alone.
But now we
bring
beat
back.
Auburn. They fired their coach. Then we turn around and beat Florida without a coach. So, I mean, how big of wins are they really? This guy right here. Now, I think Stoops had him a little bit handcuffed. Or
I do too.
Made him play by them guidelines, and I think that's why they didn't butted heads.
The first time we had Cohen, I think he didn't have handcuffs on. I think he had full 100% control of the offense. The second time around, I think he was just ready to get out of Lexington the first chance he got. That's just my opinion.
Yes. I'm coming to see this, but yeah, you if this is what I'm saying from Bush, you bring him back. And Auburn cared against Vanderbilt. I know Vanderbilt beat them. Florida cared when they played Georgia because they had Georgia on ropes at one point.
Oh, yeah.
They had them on ropes. But when they got to Kentucky, it was like they didn't care. But but if this right here, if this is the offense like you said that we're gonna see, and maybe like I said, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I've been wrong all the time. And like Rusty said, maybe he's looked at Bush. He said, "Well, you're coaching for your job. Just go at it." Well, if that's the case, this offense. I like it.
I tell you what,
there may be one. We can. But anyways, okay, go ahead.
The only thing that worries me about Mark Stoops and this whole, I don't know, the whole idea that they've got behind this. I hope and pray they see that what they've got with Cutter Bowley, and they don't go out and get another portal quarterback. And that's what I'm worried is going to happen because you look back ever since I think it was 2017 or 2018. Every year, Kentucky gets a portal quarterback and starts them the first game.
If we fire Stoops, go after Summerall.
Will Stein.
Well, I was on the Summerall wagon last year, but I think his price tag is going to be higher than what I'd want to pay, and I think the expectations will be so high. If he comes out with a losing season, he'll lose a lot of fans real quick.
I liked him. I liked him when he was at Kentucky, but yeah.
But that's my opinion on it.
He had a thing out the other day. He said that he wished his
that he could get on social media and not see his name linked to something else. He said all he was worried about was the next game that Tulane was playing, and he said for the love of God, can we stop until football season's over, and then you can talk about me all you want to. I mean he just let them have it, buddy.
He's moving up. He's moving up somewhere. There's too many openings.
He's on everybody's hot board, buddy. I mean, he's like, number 1, 2, 3 right there for multiple schools.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it too. Zach, I've seen his name. Zach and Rusty, I've seen his name. Like he said, just every time you turn around, John Sumrall.
LSU said they ain't playing, huh? They ain't going after no coordinating. They're getting somebody. They said they ain't.
They ain't playing around, are they? People come.
That's what they thought when they got Brian Kelly. Give him about 3 houses and big cars, private jet.
Did you see that? What he's doing right now to LSU?
He's having to sue him to get his money.
Yeah.
They wanted to give him portion payments, and he said, "Oh no, y'all owe me $53 million. I'm coming for it in one lump sum."
Well, I didn't know it was one lump sum, but I know he was wanting it. But whatever it was, then they tried to say, "Well, we didn't technically fire you."
Yeah, I seen that come out too. But yeah, he was. He said he's lawyered up on him, buddy. Yeah.
I mean, they got a contract. They can't just do that.
Buddy, hey, if I was a coach and they owed me $53 million, they what James Franklin's doing, buddy. Hey, milk it for the next 10, 15 years. Oh,
I think him linked to Arkansas.
They was showing his overall record. He's got a great resume, but I didn't realize how I thought he was at Vanderbilt longer than what he was. He was on there for 3 years and went 24-15, and then he just dominated at Penn State.
Yeah,
but I'm like you. I thought he was there longer. I thought he
Before
was there
Oregon
longer
and
too.
USC and all them went to the Big Ten, though. Really, you only had Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State, and the rest of it was garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, that might not be the right words to use, but
no, you're right. I mean, that's always been, a 3-4 team conference that ran the board every year. Every couple of years you throw in there a Michigan State in there when they have a fluke season. Other than that, I mean, like you said, Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State was it.
I can't even think that guy O'Brien. Was that his name? He kind of brought him back a little bit after.
Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien brought him back a little bit, and then
Bill.
James Franklin brought him the rest of the way back. I think, and now they're kind of, I don't know. They keep Jim Knowles or Andy Kolicki, or I don't even know who that little dude is. They made intern coach. You thought they would have made Jim Knowles or Andy Kolicki because Kolicki's on. A lot of people supposed to be coming after him too.
Guys, Louisville's up 16-10 right now, third quarter. I've got this game on right now.
Kentucky's getting a 4-star next year, Matt.
That quarterback from Cincinnati.
Oh, compared to Tim Cal.
That's the one way we talk about.
Well, he's going to need a year to. He'll need a year.
He plays baseball.
Yeah,
play baseball. Yeah. He sure is. Guys, got anything else for him tonight? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was sitting there watching this Texas A&M and Central Florida basketball game. Central Florida's got a player last year played for Kentucky. I don't know if y'all remember him as Jordan Burr. Is it Burks? I think was his name.
Burr.
He's like he's one of them 4 really high 3 stars, really low 4 stars that Cal had on the end of the bench and didn't play much. He is turning it up for Central Florida this game.
Well, I mean, change the subject. What about that big dude from Florida? Is he getting any playing time now?
Oh, that big step.
Didn't he play the other night against somebody? They finally put him in.
Yeah, and they had him. What made that funny, he's 7'9", and
they had the biggest player on the other team was 6'8". You ever seen the picture they posted of him, like, posting up trying to actually play defense on him? It was funny.
They said he was struggling a little bit last year on like just getting a.
Yeah, I think he redshirted last year.
Yeah, I think he was struggling getting the concept of the game, but
yeah, he's from overseas, I think.
And I think he played at the same academy as Eby out in California, probably his high school years.
Yeah, because I don't think he'd been in the United States, but I think it was less than a year when he signed with Florida.
I don't have to watch him play one time, just see him out there.
Guys,
I'm telling you, it's odd seeing.
We used to talk about so we're talking about basketball. Alabama, Purdue beats Alabama last night too. I think it was by 7 points. I think I watched the last of that game, and
and Louisville. I say Louisville.
Alabama's good. I reckon.
Yeah, Alabama just beat St. John's.
Purdue.
Alabama just beat St. John's over the weekend.
Yeah, Alabama beat St. John's.
Well, score update, guys.
Yeah, I saw that.
Louisville's up 16-10. 8 minutes to go in the third. First quarter ain't over, and Oregon's up 14-0 on Minnesota.
That's going to be a slaughter.
That's another one I'm surprised ain't come out of ours. What's his name up there? Roll the boat guy.
Oh, PJ Flex.
Yeah, PJ Flex.
Yeah,
he's got about 14 kids, I think.
Is he at Minnesota?
Yeah,
I thought he was with Ohio State.
No, they was talking about his name got real big for a while, and then he just didn't want to leave that area.
Yeah, he had that one. I'd never heard of him until he had that one good year with I think it was Western Michigan, where they had Corey Davis, where he became the all-time leader in receiving yards, and then never heard of him again after that.
That's that guy's name.
Yeah, there he is. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oliver Rio, I guess.
Riggs.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go something. We're gonna have to get Miss Callaway on here to teach us how to pronounce some of these names.
She said that one time. She said, "Use your phonics, sound it out."
Yeah.
Yeah, PJ Fleck is the coach at Minnesota.
He's been there a while.
Gophers guy. He's been there a while.
But could he do something if he went somewhere with it? That's like Luke Fickell at Wisconsin. When he's at Cincinnati, he was a pretty good coach. But if you don't got the resources, you just can't do it.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
And that's just like Arkansas when they fired Pittman. They come right out and said he didn't have the resources he needed. Well, then why'd you fire him, man? Why didn't you give him the resources? Give him a chance. I don't see him getting it done anyways, but at least, I wouldn't have come out and said it.
Guys, y'all got anything else for him tonight before we get off here?
I say mention our sponsor one more time. We'll call it a night.
Oh, yeah.
Zach has something.
Zach, you got anything else for him?
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Guys, we want to thank our sponsors, Overbait Enterprise, buddy. Give them a call. We want to thank them for sponsoring the Wildcat Den. Caleb Kelly says, who y'all think will win the championships in football this year? Buddy, I'm telling you, I don't know.
I think Herb Street picked Ohio State and Texas A&M in it.
I look to see Ohio State back up there. I look for Texas A&M. Oh no, that's a hard. Right now, I don't know. I don't think I've. thought that far.
I can't call it right now. I mean, I think
can't either.
Ohio State. I don't think Georgia's. They just.
I don't think
Alabama could.
Alabama could. They're playing some ball. Coach
I'm
said
sure
I would
they
about
could. Cinderella.
I would about bet anything it's going to be a team from the Big Ten or a team from the SEC.
Yep.
I could see
Think
that.
Texas Tech could get up in there.
I think Texas Tech maybe wins one game in the playoff, and that's it.
Yeah, you're probably about right, but that's still a big step for them.
Yeah. And the same way with BYU. If BYU gets in, I think they're in the same boat. I think they win one and they're out.
That's like Mitch. He's whispering in Stoops' ear. Well, he slid off the mountain. He's got to take steps to get back to the top. Can't happen overnight. Not like Indiana. Signetti come in there overnight. One big step. He's at the top. At least close to it. He's up on the ridge line. Buckeyes overbound. That could be.
That'd be a good one.
I could be.
Be a
That would be a good one. Yes, sir, it would.
Cordell Stewart.
Well, guys, we're going to get off here tonight.
On the road, driving home from work at championship game. When Ohio, that was just a play. Was that a championship or was that just a playoff game? When Ohio State beat Alabama with Cordell Stewart. And then they went on and won, and Cordell Stewart came back to school, or he could have been the number 1 overall pick.
I can't remember, Russ.
He got benched second game of the next season.
I cannot.
I remember exactly where I was at on the road when Ohio State took the lead. At least within about a mile or so.
I don't know if it was like you said, just playing, or if it was just the championship. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was.
Is the playoffs or the championship? Yeah, I can't remember.
But guys, we're going to get off here tonight. We thank you for watching us, and we'll be on next Friday. And Rusty gets to watch some football. He's not blacked out now, so he gets to watch some football, and he's got his tailgate. He's got his Rusty's tailgate menu going on tomorrow, cowboy beans and stuff. So Rusty, enjoy it, buddy, tomorrow, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to.
Zach, buddy. Hey, Zach, Rusty, we'll be here next Friday, guys, and we'll hope. Hey, we thank you for joining us, buddy. First time listener. Thank you.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Don't forget you can email us too.
Caleb. Kelly, we thank you for joining us. Hey, we'll be on here next week, buddy. Come on back to the den with us, buddy. Come on back to the den with us. Sit down with us next Friday. We talk about football, basketball. But, guys, me and Rusty and Zach are going to get off of here. Me, Rusty, and Zach, we're going to get off here tonight, and we will see you all next week in the Wildcat Den. So we're going to leave you with this, guys. God loves you. Go Big Blue. Good night, everybody.
Wow, wow.